Morning everybody, it is Wednesday the 30th of December, just finished work, thank God, looking forward to the new year now, or at least a few days off. So yes, everyone's had a good Christmas, as much as they can do anyway. Liverpool tonight, 8 o'clock kickoff I believe on Amazon Prime. Always look forward to the Liverpool games, but I'm looking forward to it and dreading it at the same time, obviously, because of our style of play and our form at the moment. We are more than likely going to get dealt with pretty easily. However, yeah, I always look forward to Liverpool games. Obviously in recent years it's more than likely been Liverpool on the other end of it, but you know, we've had some good games in the past. You look back to the 4-3 games in the 90s, which Liverpool obviously won, but you know, stands out the 2-0 back in the 11-12 season. You know, it's generally a good game against Liverpool, generally. Also, some of my sort of favourite non-Newcastle players have been Liverpool players. You look at Xabi Alonso, Jamie Carragher, Steven Gerrard. So yeah, it's good. And my brother and my dad are both Liverpool fans. However, so we've got all that nice sort of sentiment out of the way. Let's look at the reality of it. Although Liverpool have been held by Brom and Fulham recently, who, let's be honest, have got to be in the conversation of our direct competitors now. We are in that bracket of their relegation rivals. So we can take some heart from that. We can take a bit of encouragement from that. But if we set up, not supposed to set up, but if we play with the same sort of fear and sort of feeble, timid, scared approach like we did against the likes of Fulham, we're going to get absolutely hammered. I'm not saying we need to play 4-2-3-1 and go for it, because I think against a team like Liverpool, who have got so much pace on the break, we will get punished. However, I think they can be got at. I think 5 at the back is probably going to have to be the sensible way, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, but for certain teams, that is the system we have to play to survive. Because let's have no bones about it, we're in a relegation fight now. We need to take goal difference is important, and if we can scrape a draw, brilliant. So yeah, 5 at the back, but I think 5 at the back with pacey wing backs who can hurt Liverpool on the counter attack. So I'm looking at probably Jamal Lewis, left wing back. Matt Ritchie was pretty easily dealt with by Man City the other night, and then more than likely, I'm not a massive fan of his, but Yedlin on the other side. So are we going to get anything from this Liverpool game? I would probably say not. However, you never know. If we look at West Brom, we look at Fulham, look at the way they played, the way they they stifled Liverpool, but they had opportunities and they took them when the time was right. Obviously, selection of personnel is going to be absolutely key, as per usual. I can stomach 5 at the back. However, I can't stomach 5 at the back with Joelinton up top on his own, because he does put work in and he does try, but he cannot play that role. It's just a fact of life. Joelinton cannot play that role. So it'll be, I would say Callum Wilson, but if you're going to put Callum Wilson up there, I think he can hold the ball up a lot better than Joelinton, but you need 2 of them up there. And if you put 2 of them up there, you're obviously losing a man in midfield. If we're playing 5 at the back, we're losing a man in midfield. We're doing 5-3-2, so we could get overloaded in midfield, but then obviously when we have the ball, that turns into a 3-5-2. If he's going to go 2 up top, I think this could be a game for either Wilson and Gale or Wilson and Carroll. I know that's probably unpopular. Carroll hasn't played an awful lot. He hasn't scored yet, considering we signed him, what was it, 18 months ago now. But yeah, Carroll can cause some problems. Obviously, they don't have Van Dijk. Fabinho is a good centre-back. However, he's had a few little mistakes. Gomez the same. Matip the same. and they've got a young centre-back who did quite well in his debut, but I can't remember his name. Obviously, he wouldn't have faced anyone with sort of Carroll's style of play, know-how yet in the Premier League, so that could be an option. In midfield, I think it's crucial Matty Longstaff starts again, and I'm not just jumping on the Matty Longstaff hype train. I think he is potentially a very, 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 very good player. However, he just showed a lot more against City, considering he didn't have hardly any touches. He didn't give the ball away much, if anything. He didn't always pass backwards. He had some smart passes, but he tried more. Whereas Sean and John Joe just looked lethargic, tired. Maybe they are tired. Maybe they've been overplayed. And always, just John Joe just walking pace, whereas Matty had a bit of injection with him. So who do you go for if we're going for... All right, let's go for 5-3-2. So we've got, obviously, Kaale Darlow, Jamal Lewis, Fernandez, Clark, and... See, this is difficult, because you're going to think Fabian Schär, but I did not like him against City at all. In the first half, he made some crucial blocks, but in the first half, he just didn't look interested. His trademark is playing the ball out from the back, smart passes, passing defender, and he just sort of went backwards all the time. He just like give the ball away or just play the ball and just sort of wander back to his position. He just didn't look up for it. Now, if that was an anomaly, he'll be starting. If not, I think you have to go Fernandez on the right, Clark in the middle of the back three, and Paul Dummett, because Jamal's obviously still not available. So the three in midfield: Isaac Hayden, Matty Longstaff, and who else? This is the key. If we're playing two up top, you'd be tempted not to say Almiron, but he will harry people. He will be busy. So it has to be Matty, Isaac, and Jeff Hendrick, or Matty, Isaac, and John Joe potentially. Or you could put both the Longstaff brothers in there with Hayden. But I reckon a good shout would be Matty, Isaac, and Miggy Almiron. Because although Almiron will support the attack, you can keep him deep and he will harry people and pressure people. Then when we get the ball and there's an opportunity, we've got pace up top with Wilson, with Kaale potentially, with the two wide men and with Almiron. But we shall see. So yeah, just a quick little preview whilst I'm on my way in from work. I will do a proper review of the game after in the morning after show tomorrow morning. But yeah, hopefully we can get something from this game. If we're going to lose, hopefully it's not too bad a result again, but I think we can get something. I just got a feeling that Liverpool are there to be got at. Obviously, I had a bit of a debate with certain people online the other day. They were like, let's just go for it, and if we get heavily beaten, we get heavily beaten. Yeah, I can see that. We all want to see Newcastle have a go, but I'd rather we lose 2-0 in a shit game than get spanked 6, having had a go, or like lose 6-1, because we are in that relegation fight now, and goal difference is key. If we were sitting 9th or 10th, and I believe we got 18 points, say if we had like 23, yeah, give it a go. But we need, and if we just got if we beat Fulham and got a draw off Man City, or even if we just beat Fulham, which we fucking should have, we could relax a bit, but that goal difference is going to be key. Anyway, so morning after show tomorrow. Please tune in. Please like and subscribe, and I shall see you all tomorrow after, hopefully, a good result against Liverpool. Anyway, thanks very much.